Hi everyone, my name is Ishan Sardar. I'm one of the spine surgeons at Columbia University. We just finished the very first session at IMAST 2026 in Toronto. The session was on, essentially focused on lessons learned with gray hair. So we had a lot of wonderful talks from experienced surgeons, members of SRS, who essentially shared their experience, their lessons with us on how to prevent different complications and how to tackle unexpected issues that can arise in the operating room. So it's just such a wonderful session. I think we had a great start to the IMAST and look forward to the rest of the meeting. Thank you.
All right, I'm Jeff Gum from Louisville, Kentucky at Leatherman Spine Center. I just moderated the adult deformity cases and cocktails session. We could have gone a little heavier on the cocktails, but overall it's phenomenal. We had Larry Linke, Steve Lewis, Chris Shaffrey, and Cal Kabesh that ended us. We talked about a ton of new and cutting edge concepts within ASD. The session was very interactive and I highly recommend it in the future.
Hi, my name is Ron L. Hawari. I work at Boston Children's Hospital, and I was a moderator for a pediatric case session this afternoon. It was a very well attended session, standing room only. We had moderators from around the world going through 4 different complex pediatric spine cases, and the participants were able to work through those cases and report back to the rest of the group, what their thoughts were about the cases, the principles and pitfalls. All in all, it was a very educational session.
Hi everyone, Trey Crawford from the Leatherman Spine Center. I just had the honor of moderating the cervical deformity session. We had an excellent discussion with some really complex case presentations. I'd like to thank the faculty who helped out with this and look forward to seeing everyone this week here at Toronto.
Hi, I'm Chris Ames with Sukan Shah, and we just moderated the session on design thinking and innovation. Probably more than any other area, the next decade is going to see tremendous changes in how we innovate, moving from hardware and instrumentation and devices into software and design thinking and data ownership. So I think we really addressed all those issues really well in the session. I know I learned a lot about some of the intricacies about how you build a design culture in your institution and in your department. What do you think, Sukan?
I thought it was great, Chris. And what I was especially thankful for was audience participation with some questions, but our panelists were so engaged because they live and breathe this stuff every day, and we're fortunate to get that expertise out to the SRS community.
Hello everybody, my name is Amit Jain and this is my co-moderator, Dr. Shala Yilgor. We are really excited to host IMAST this year. IMAST has been amazing. We moderated the White Cloud session, which is the best paper award session for IMAST. We consisted of 8 clinical papers this year and 6 basic science papers. We had some amazing papers across the breadth of spine surgery, deformity surgery, adult and pediatric, as well as some cervical papers. Shala.
Yes, and for the part that was about the basic science, we did talk about imaging techniques, genetics analysis, neuromuscular control, with the whole spectrum of different variety of basic science papers. So please don't forget to vote for the best clinical paper and also for the best basic science translation paper.
We are excited to see what the results show. In addition to the best papers, you can also vote for the best innovation paper, so you can pick any of your favorite papers from the entire program, and then you can also vote for best e-points.
I'm Donggun Jang from Korea. I moderated the adult spinal deformity session with Jishan Sada. And this session is highlighted complications and alignment and long-term durability for ASD treatment. And I think there are 3 takeaways from this session. Yes, first is complications. Still matters, for example, PJK and a lot of fractures. And second is alignment is becoming more complex, not just global, but also the regional and dynamic. And the last one is for me is decision. We are more moving toward for data-driven decision making. So overall, I think that this session focused how we are refining our surgical strategy to improve long-term outcomes for ASD patients.
Well, thank you very much, Dangun. I'm Zishan Sardar, also moderated the session on adult spinal deformity. Just to add to what was just said, keeping in theme with IMAST, we did also hear about some innovative techniques to prevent rod fractures, to prevent proximal junctional kyphosis, as well as improving alignment. So I think lots of great new techniques that are being talked about at IMAST and hopefully will result in improvement in outcomes and decreasing complications as we all want. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Stephen Huang. I was moderating the adolescent idiopathic scoliosis session this afternoon. And we had a great discussion, lots of questions, a lot of focus on some VBT talks, new innovation, as well as some new classification for skeletal maturity, as well as even cancer risk after a scoliosis diagnosis. So really a broad group of categories and very, very interesting discussions.
Hello, I'm Pat Cahill.
And I'm Noelle Larson.
And we just finished moderating session 5A, Artificial Intelligence and Emerging Concepts. A lot of cool papers were presented today from our colleagues all over the world. And I think the take-home theme that I found was that people are using huge amounts of data to answer very relevant and specific clinical questions that we couldn't do otherwise if we were trying to just answer them as a single clinician on our own.
Yeah, Pat, I saw 6 or 8 things that I think will be in our ORs and will be in our clinics in the next 5 to 10 years that are really going to change care. So kudos to our colleagues who are really driving the field forward and leveraging new models to make care better for our patients.
Hi, my name is John Street. I'm the president of the Canadian Spine Society, and we were representing today in a debate session. We had an all-Canadian faculty, pediatric versus adult spine surgeons, discussing some of the most controversial topics in spinal deformity, but with a lot of Canadian wit. There was tremendous audience participation, and we look forward to seeing everybody for the rest of the meeting, and hope you enjoy your time in Toronto.
I'm Robert Eastlack from Scripps Clinic and an SRS member. I was fortunate enough to moderate the Adult Deformity Task Force session this morning, and we had a wonderful time discussing the utility of digital twins and the potential for our society to be integral in helping create them. And we had great speakers on some of the biomarker, bone health and muscle health issues that will plague our patients and be pivotal in our understanding in creating digital twins and creating a better care pathway for our patients going forward. So great session, and thanks to all of the members that participated and attended and made the session great.
Hi, my name is Kristen Jones from Duke University, and I had the pleasure of moderating session 8 for abstracts on quality and safety, along with Dr. Jeff Gum. And we had a fantastic session. We had such a wide array of topics, from intraoperative neuromonitoring events to bone health prediction to level selection for surgery, and a lot of really promising for the future quality improvement projects to help improve quality and safety for all of our patients.
Hi, I'm Merishan Ercan.
And I'm Ying Li.
So we just finished moderating the session 9, early onset and pediatric scoliosis session. So we review plenty of papers with variety of problems. We review the congenital scoliosis and its relation with the sacral slanting, and also in terms of perioperative management of pain, we discussed the new approaches and
we learned about differences between continuous and intermittent casting for early onset scoliosis, as well as an animal model where they use rib splinting to look at the effects of hooks in growth-friendly constructs.
Hi, my name is Merishan Ercan.
I'm Josh Bays.
We just complete the last session of this wonderful IMAST meeting.
We had a great chat from everything from pediatrics with vertebral body tethering, so looking from the beginning of it all the way to the latest advancements in that technique.
And the discussion of the whole session was really hot, so I think all attendees benefit a lot from this meeting.
The last session ran long, if that's anything to say how great it was, so really proud of it and grateful for the society for having us.
And you know, we are waiting you to attend the next IMAST meeting at...
See you in Copenhagen.
Yeah, Copenhagen.
Take care.